When Loose Cannon first hopped on the no-jumper scene, he shocked the world with the stories he was telling. Especially the one where he said Big U called him and told him Nipsey was dead 30 minutes before it even happened. We finna jump right into this, but first smash that like and subscribe button, and remember to hit that bell if you want a notification.
No, because listen, so after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that, I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
Wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yep, and
You
we
like
were just
okay,
talking on regular, so it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got.
At the time, the accusations sounded so unbelievably, everybody labeled Loose Cannon a liar. But as time goes on, and things unfolded, the people would start to see the stories that he told were actually true. And the feds are trying to confirm these claims as well. Having knocked on Adam 22 door for cease and desist, aka key evidence in the Big U case.
Edit out. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death. Now, that situation is very much outside of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff. So this to me is kind of massive because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be, which to me seems gigantic. I don't know why that cease and desist is not going to help them prosecute Brick Baby or Loose Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's death was a more complicated situation than it appears to be.
Do y'all think they have enough evidence to reopen the Nipsey Hustle case? Let's let Wack break it all the way down.
Do y'all think that this case specifically is going to impact any of the big podcasts that are out there that they're trying to blame for this case going down?
Which one? Which case? No, because looking at the documents, right? Nothing about the Big U there's nothing there. It's only Loose Cannon. Well, I don't know. Because I don't know if it's a troll or not. It could be a troll or not because I seen something which it didn't make sense to me. And the only way this would make sense, and y'all follow me, they said the district attorney is looking to reopen the Nipsey Hussle murder case with other details with Big U, right? So the only way that would make sense is if the shooter, Eric Holder, is saying something. Like what's going on with Yellow Beezy. See, the shooters have come out and said Yellow Beezy paid us, but I believe they got some text messages back and forth. The shooter saying this, I don't know if that'll be enough. Me personally, I don't believe he had nothing to do with what the shooter did with Nipsey Hussle. Personally, I don't believe Big U had anything to do with that. The footage that Loose Cannon said he had that he never brought to the table of the so-called phone call or FaceTime that Big U called him and said Nipsey Hussle was dead. He called Nipsey answered the phone, and then 30 minutes later he was dead, right? That could have been coincidental. Could have never happened. Now that was definitely broke on No Jumper. That was broke. Now, if we look up and see that that's a factor in something, and even at that point in time, I don't think it's on the podcast, it's on the platforms, it's on the people going in there to interview. Know what to say, know what not to say. Because now, Luce Cannon is in a position to where the prosecuting attorney is trying to call him as a witness. And if they go and recover whatever it is, wherever he say is on his phone, then the world's gonna say, they're gonna say it, whether he like it or not, you told. They're gonna say that. But I believe it's far-fetched. I don't know if it exists. The source of where it's supposed to be, or be, I don't think he exists. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just being real. So that's where it could get a little crazy. Now, on that recording from the family, the sister did say that the prosecutor of the DA, that the prosecutor of the Nipsey Hustle Eric Holder case is going to prosecute Big U. And I was like, that was state. This is Fed. Unless prosecutors got certain credentials where they can cross over. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, that didn't make sense. But if they try to reopen something, because they got something. Now, I did hear, I heard Luce Cannon say on one of these interviews he did, I don't know which one, he mentioned that he talked to Eric Holder and Big U, you know what's going on. He said something like that. And I don't know which one. I seen it somewhere. It's been so much popping up. That interview with all kind of motherfuckers popping up. So I don't know what that is until we see the indictment. We really ain't gonna know. But I don't think none of the podcasts gonna be affected. These little go on Instagram and go on the song, and they seen they killed Mo 3. They showed as soon as he got the money, then went to Instagram. They said that they say the car he used, the money he got paid, everything, he put it on social media. So you can shut down all the podcasts you want. It ain't gonna stop these little dudes from exposing themselves. So this ain't the first time a motherfucker went on there and said some crazy. But I don't think Brick Baby's case is gun cases from his house. The only one is Luce Cannon making mention, but we gotta still see. We haven't seen the statement from the victim. We gotta see if the statement from the victim about the robbery situation lines up with what Luce Cannon said. His Meek Mill ain't lining up. So we gotta see.
Y'all think Luce Cannon cooked? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.